Okay guys, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I properly wash, condition, and do a light detangle on natural hair. So it's been a few weeks since she's washed her hair, so we want to come in first with a clarifying shampoo. So first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and wet her hair down. I like to test the temperature on my wrist before putting it on their actual scalp. It's a little warm. How's this temperature feel?
Feels good.
I want to make sure I get her hair good and submerged, good and wet. Coating every strand. Don't be afraid to lift her head up and make sure you get the back. Make sure we get the center. Usually back in here is usually where the most product buildup is, so make sure you get in there. Here we go. I'm going to clarify her hair first, and to do that, I'm going to use Paul Mitchell Shampoo 3. It's a very, very strong clarifying shampoo. So I'll do that first. So I'm going to come in here, just coat the top, and get the back. Just going to work up a good lather like this. The first shampoo, it's not uncommon that you don't get much lather because there's so much product in their hair. That's normal. I want to make sure I'm getting the middle. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and rinse that out. Typically 2 shampoos for wash and goes, twist towels, anything where they've washed their hair more recently, something like that's come out of box braids or sew-ins or anything like that. We're going to want to probably do 3 shampoos. So it just depends on what their hair was in previously, or if we know their hair is going to be up for a long time, we may go ahead and just do a 3rd shampoo, you know. Better safe than sorry. I'm just going to come in like this, just like that. Making sure I'm getting the back, making sure I'm getting the center. Just pulling that shampoo through, like this. And this is shampoo number 2, her 2nd shampoo. So for flat irons, it's really, really important that we pull the shampoo all the way through to get all the everything out, because we want the hair to be super lightweight and bouncy. We want to make sure we get everything out. It's especially important for flat irons. Back, center, make sure I get her hairline like this. So now I'm going to go ahead and do her rinse. Coming in for the last shampoo. And we can see it's lathering more now because her hair is cleaner now. Don't forget that center. That's usually where the A lot of buildup and a lot of junk likes to hide. And I really don't talk to my clients while they're getting their hair shampooed. One, because they can barely hear me. And two, because I want them to be able to relax. This is a really good time just to chill and think about what's for dinner, picking up kids, whatever. Just let them relax. Good and clean. Make sure you get that hairline. It's usually where the most edge control is. So let's make sure we get that nape. Just go ahead and pick their head up and get a good scrub underneath. This is when acrylic nails come in very handy. Okay, so our shampoo part is done. I'm going to go ahead and take all the shampoo off of her. The tip is to make sure they're sitting all the way back in the bowl like she is, to where her face is more up. If she wasn't sitting far enough back, she'd be getting wet right now. So make sure they're sitting all the way back. And get all that shampoo out till I don't see any suds anymore. I'm waiting to see that water run clean. So we did our first shampoo with the Paul Mitchell. We did our second shampoo with the Curl Hydrating Shampoo. Oops, I'm sorry. We did that with our second. And now we're going to come in with just our conditioner. And let's see, I think I'm going to use the Revitalizing Hair Mask. We're just going to add a generous bit to her hair. Just pull that through. Just like that. And you can immediately feel that cuticle closing. So important to make sure you do a conditioner after you do a shampoo, because the cuticle is still open, the pH is off. You got to make sure you restore it back to its proper pH. Yeah, we'll just pull this through like this. And we can throw this under the dryer for 15-20 minutes if we're doing a conditioning treatment, or we can just go ahead and rinse it out. I'm just pulling some of these tangles out. I'm not ripping through her hair. I'm not, you can see I'm getting just a very little bit of hair out, but I am removing some of those tangles. So while her hair has a lot of slip with the conditioner, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. Again, I'm not boring her to death with the craziness in my life. I'm just letting her relax. Shampoo time should be relaxing. So now that we've gotten that done, I'm going to do one more rinse. This time it's not going to be quite as comfortable. It's not going to be quite as warm. It's going to be a little bit cooler, just so that we really get that cuticle closed. It doesn't have to be freezing cold, but just a little bit cooler. Also, if she's dozed off, it helps wake her up a little bit. Serves two purposes. I see residue, so I know I'm not done rinsing. Alright, I'm going to wring her hair out. Just like this. I'm going to sneak a towel behind her head. Just like that. We're going to tie right, left, right. This is the one we got to get all her hair in. Left. Here we go. She's good to sit all the way up. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Something I want to touch on that's really important is making sure that your hair is changing every time that the seasons are changing as well. So those protective styles that you love in the summertime that are great because it's a bun or whatever that's right here isn't as good for the winter, because now you got to factor in your scarves, your thick collar. So just because it protects your hair in the summer when you were wearing, you know, the strapless or the thinner straps and stuff like that, keep in mind that's not the same level of protection you need in the winter, because your collars are higher, scarves, all of that. Hats, making sure your hats are satin lined. So make sure your hair is changing with the seasons, and the styles are a reflection of how much protection you need based off what you're wearing. So that's just something to keep in mind. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and go ahead and hit the bell up there so you know that you'll get a notification every time we post a video. So thank you guys.